No. Okay, I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, Judah, we're
I
ready.
guess. I mean, I'm here. Might as well go.
Might as well. Let's do it. And welcome to Women Changing Our World.
Morning.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Jamie.
And welcome. Happy Monday morning.
Happy Monday morning.
It is gross and icy and slick out there.
I know. I tried to do my hair this morning. I made like an effort, and then I got in the car and I put my hood on, and I was like, damn it, why did I make the effort?
No. So how was your weekend? What did you do?
Week was good. I was at the store this weekend.
Good. Stay away from me.
Yes, at the store. Just trying to work and see if people are starting to come out. So maybe that's a positive.
That's good.
Yeah.
Maybe people are getting more vaccines. I don't know. I'm very confused. Listen, if anybody is a doctor that knows anything about COVID and this vaccine, we would love to have you on the show.
Yeah.
I have so many questions.
Yeah. Do you know a lot of people actually that have come to the store have told me, a lot of teachers are telling me that they've all been vaccinated.
Yes, that's
people
good.
At the hospital, lots of vaccinations.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's really great.
I hope so. But listen, all these new variants.
I don't know how to get it, but I love that everyone else is.
Hello, health department. Okay, I'm looking at myself while we wrote this video. You think your hair is cray? Look at mine. We got issues, Jamie.
Have you tried to sign up for the vaccine?
Yes.
Okay, me too.
I've
Multiple times.
Gotten appointments to get the vaccine, and then I show up, and they're like, nope, sorry, glitch in the system.
Well, yeah, that was a big problem this week in Charlottesville, that everyone that registered for the Kmart site near us, all these people got appointments, and then when they got there, it was like, nope, sorry, 65 and older, and they blew
I know, it was a disaster. I was there.
Crazy.
And they were making these old people stand in line in the freezing cold for like hours. It was the saddest.
My father in New York, or now New Jersey, he got the vaccine. He waited hours. That's crazy.
Okay, why don't we do this? Chick-fil-A, if you are watching, listen, Chick-fil-A runs a double drive-through.
Right.
They're very efficient. There could be a line of like 50 cars, and I'm getting my chicken sandwich within minutes.
I know.
With a have a great day, smile on the face.
I know.
Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays. Let's use their drive-through system on Sundays where you pull up, jab you in the arm, thank you so much, moving along.
I think that could actually boost business, because if I'm in line for 2 hours to get a vaccine at Chick-fil-A,
I'm eating 4 sandwiches.
I'm getting all the sandwiches and all the nugs, nugs all day. Right. I will, if they pass out chicken nuggets, I will just eat chicken nuggets on the line all day long.
I'll wait and be happy.
I will happily eat all of your chicken Chick-fil-A. It's like a perfect. It's like a perfect marriage.
I know. Okay, so I always do like what I'm watching.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm obsessed with this new show on Amazon. Oh, you keep talking, I'm going to pull it up. Now I forgot. Okay, yeah, Amazon Prime.
Yes.
Okay, so 2 things I'm watching. One, The Spanish Princess. I'm loving that. That's on Stars, but I watch it on Amazon.
Okay.
And then what I'm really obsessed with, I almost was late getting here because I can't stop watching it. Tell Me Your Secrets.
Oh, it came out.
It came out.
I was texting you the other day. Is it awesome?
It is so good.
And this is on Hulu, right?
No, that's on Amazon Prime too.
Oh, good. So I can watch it.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I was texting Kelly the other night. I was like, what is that name of that show? And so I'm very excited about it.
I know. And then I recommended another one last week, and I tried to get into it, and I just couldn't. I don't remember what it was called.
No.
I tried. I might try again.
I have been watching Friday Night Lights again.
I love Friday Night Lights.
I love Friday Night Lights so much.
They're hot. They are hot.
The most
smoking
beautiful
hot
cast you have ever seen. Lila Garrity, I am all about you.
But they're supposed to be playing teenagers, but when they were filming it, they were 25, 29.
They were amazing.
Okay, tell me what's happening what do you have in front of you? What is all this?
Oh, so today we have Lindsay Dahl on from Beauty Counter.
I'm excited to hear what she has to say.
Super excited. She's the SVP of Social Mission, so she is in charge of getting cleaner beauty products into everyone's hands.
Cool.
She fights in Congress for different legislation, and I have all these products. So I brought in a lot of Lindsay's favorites, and I brought you a couple of my favorites that we are going to talk about.
Okay. Do you use this?
I do
product?
use this, yes. And like the whole point of it is like when you are looking for beauty products or anything, body wash, the soap that you use,
right?
There are all kinds of different things like additives, like that people add, like let's say to shampoo to make it more shampoo-y, make it more,
volume,
a little more, yes,
subsy.
And a lot of those things that are put into products are super, super harmful. Like I was talking about arsenic last week, so Lindsay's going to tell us a little bit more about all those things. But there are so many perfume. When they list fragrance on the back of a bottle.
What is that?
Fragrance is just a catch-all of all different chemicals that they put under that. So they don't have to disclose what's in those products. So if you have products that say fragrance on them, no, garbage.
Interesting.
And it can lead to all kinds of different disorders. It could help. It could aid to infertility. Some products can lead to cancer using all those things.
What?
So it is very, very important to look at what you are using
I'm excited to talk to
your
her.
Cleaning products and your beauty products. And think about like all these products that we use that we're putting on our babies. We're washing them in the bathtub. All those like we're bubbles and all these things.
I never did that.
Really?
I didn't do that.
No bubble baths?
We didn't do that.
Oh.
Because Because then you have to get the baby out and they're already covered in more soaps. Then you have to drain. It was like more of a process.
I think a bath is a crazy thing. Remember when you're little and then you like wash your hair under the faucet?
Yes!
And then you're like in a bath and you're soaking in it and then do you have to take a shower after?
I mean, I feel like yes.
I do too because you're soaking in. I don't actually love a bath.
I like a bath.
I'm not like super into it. Like I get in for like a minute and I'm like, this is kind of cool. But then I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm bored.
What? Not me. I set up my iPad. I like play my favorite show. And then I have a glass of wine and I lock the door.
When the water starts to get cooler, do you just keep adding more hot water?
Yeah.
Like it just seems
I drain it.
It's like too much work. I don't want to drain it.
That's the only place I can go that my kids won't bother me.
They don't knock on the door when you're in the bath?
They do, but I don't answer.
I'm surprised they don't call you on
They
your
do
iPad.
call me.
Hello.
I'm like, I'm not FaceTiming you. I'm in the bath. Kids these days.
Kids.
Ooh, a siren outside.
All right. Well, do we want to...
Oh, Kimberly, our top fan, is watching. Good
Hey,
morning.
Kim. What's up, girl?
Carol's watching. She said, clear eyes, full heart, can't lose.
That's right, Carol. My favorite
it.
joke. So another funny thing about Friday Night Lights is that I'm watching it so often that Ryan, the little thing that pops up, are you still watching?
Yes.
So I'm always like, obviously, and Ryan's like, obviously she's still watching. We're still watching. It's never going to go off. Ryan said it's the never-ending show. And he's like, another episode. The next episode loads and he's like, oh God, it doesn't stop. How many seasons? I'm like, there's 3 more, but there's a lot of episodes, but I love it.
And Ryan, you're making Ryan watch it with you?
He has like his iPad and he's like doing something else. But I'm like, look at Tim Riggins. He's in jail. It's a big problem. And Ryan's like, who? And I'm like, I'm so worried.
The hottest one.
Oh, I can't wait. And since I've seen it before, I kind of know what's happening. So I can't wait for Lila to come back. And Jason Street is doing so good in New York. I'm so excited.
I might have to rewatch now. I watched Vampire Diaries. Did you watch that?
I did not watch that.
Okay.
Is that awesome?
After this, you got to start Vampire Diaries.
Ooh, I love vampires.
It's like very teeny, trashy. Oh, and then, okay, let's get this on, but remind me after the interview. I want to talk about some tween lingo that I'm very confused about and I need help with.
All right.
So, teaser, stay tuned for after the interview. It's going to be very exciting. Probably not informative, but interesting.
All right, let's call Lindsay. Let's
do
see
it.
what Lindsay is doing this morning.
I know.
She is so sweet. She is up early today for
She
this
has a baby,
interview.
right?
She does. She just had a new baby.
Oh, is she getting any sleep?
We'll find out. I don't think she is. Hey!
How are you doing?
Let's see.
Good, how are you?
I can't see you yet.
I know, I can't see you guys either.
Jamie always messes up the
There she is.
There we are.
Hi! Welcome to the show. Everyone, I was telling Lindsay before, everyone is freaking out.
Tons of people are watching from all over the U.S.
All over the U.S. Everyone is freaking out. Everyone loves you so much. And they like literally I have literally every product on my table that Beauty Counter has ever made in the history of everywhere. So I can't wait. I was thinking about moisturizing as I was on this interview.
Well, I'm really excited about this interview and to talk to you because I have never used these products. So I'm super excited to hear about it and why this mission is so important. So before we kind of dive into it, for everybody that's watching that doesn't know who you are you, what do you do, and why are you so awesome?
My name is Lindsay Dahl, and I'm the SVP of the mission team at Beauty Counter. Beauty Counter is a clean beauty brand that started almost 8 years ago in Southern California. And I get to lead all of our ingredient safety, sustainability, responsible sourcing, and activism work. But my career kind of predates Beauty Counter, of course, and I've been a longtime consumer safety advocate, working for the last 15 years to pass laws that protect people from toxic chemicals in consumer products.
Wow.
Well, that sounds important.
That is a big job.
That is a huge
I feel like we should extend your title because that's a big job. So tell us, for people that are watching, what is clean beauty? Why is that, what is the difference between Beauty Counter, other products?
Yeah, what does that even mean?
What does it mean?
Okay, so let's start with the basics. In the United States, there hasn't been a major federal law overseeing the safety of cosmetics and beauty products since 1938. So FDR at the time signed that bill into law. And what that means is that we have all this science that has shown us that ingredients used commonly in the beauty products we put on our body every single day are linked to harm. Not all chemicals are bad. Certainly not everything in your beauty products is bad. However, there's enough evidence around a bunch of different classes to call us to action. And so Beauty Counter really is a company that's built out of the best peer-reviewed science out there that has called our CEO to say, you know what, it's time to make beauty products that actually work, that people want to use, but with safer ingredients. And it's really as simple as that. The kind of intersection of the work we do at Beauty Counter is around using the safest ingredients possible while still creating formulas that kind of meet or surpass the performance of the products that you're used to using, which, if you think about it, and especially depending on how much you've been kind of following this industry, certainly 5 to 10 years ago, that wasn't the case. Like you could make safer products, but there was a trade-off of how great they worked. And so our whole thing is we want it all. And over the years, our program has evolved. So it's not just about banning ingredients. Clean beauty is so much more than that to us at Beauty Counter. It's about how you source the ingredients. Are people taken care of along the supply chain? What kind of packaging does it come in? Are you testing that packaging for toxic chemicals as well? So we have a really kind of comprehensive approach to what clean beauty means. And we try to share that with the consumer so she can understand if we're the right brand for her.
Well, I love that. And I think that's insane that no laws or restrictions have been placed since the 30s. Like, that I just don't understand that. So, like, what kind of chemicals could I find in other products, maybe, that are not good for us? And then what do those chemicals do? What's like the side effect of using products that have those chemicals in it?
Sure. So it depends on the side effects or health implications depend on the type of ingredient you're exposed to. So the best way I can describe it is I'll give you a couple examples. Phthalates are a class of chemicals that are used to bind fragrance to our skin. So if you use an essential oil roller, you notice that smell dissipates within an hour or two.
Right.
If you put on perfume, sometimes that can linger for days and even through loads of laundry. Phthalate is the chemical that allows that perfume to stick to your body and your clothes and have kind of lasting power. The problem with phthalates is that they are shown to disrupt our hormone system. And so they're a part of a class of ingredients called endocrine disruptors, which at very low doses have shown to disrupt the signals of our hormone system. So the thing that's different about clean beauty than it is, say, about smoking is that there's not a smoking gun per se. So I can't say if you use perfume with phthalates that you're going to get cancer, because that would be irresponsible for me to say that. Right. Diseases are multifactorial. Your genetics, what you eat, where you live, and the products in your home and where you work are all factors in contributing to disease. And the whole point of clean beauty and the work that we're doing at Beauty Counter is if we can give people the opportunity to remove one of those exposures throughout their day, we're going to do that. And hopefully we're all going to be a little bit healthier as a result.
I 100% agree.
And I love this because I use some makeup. I'm not a huge makeup person. I do like the basic kind of items, but I never even really thought about what was in these products. Like I think about food. I'm in the food industry and I eat natural, that kind of thing, but I never thought about like beauty products.
Right. And I don't want to call out any brands on the show specifically to tell you, but there are so many brands that I'm almost positive are in people's showers right now that if you turn that around, they will say fragrance. And that is one of the best. And it's not about so a couple of years ago, I wasn't feeling very well, which is how this whole thing started. And my girlfriend Carol started talking to me about Beautycounter and about different cleaning products. And I was like, I've been using Clorox for years. I've been using all these things for years. I mean, how bad could it be? And when you start to look at these products, it will change your life.
So you're saying I'm going to go home and look at all these products and I'm going to have to throw out everything?
You will,
basically, is what
you
you're
will
saying.
get a bucket and throw literally everything out in your house and start over and realize dryer sheets, all of the things that we use, all of those toxic chemicals that we're putting in. And I guess it's not about being perfect, right? If you can make one small change, whether it's your beauty products, your cleaning products, slowly moving into that, but just focusing on all of these different things because it's so important.
Wait, so what are you doing to kind of help pass legislation to make stricter laws and rules kind of around the beauty industry?
Yeah, so there's two things. To your point, you need to make decisions for yourself, and consumers are moving the market, which is allowing companies like Beautycounter to flourish. But at the end of the day, it should not be up to us to spend all this time researching whether or not our products are safe.
Right.
It's a ridiculous burden to put on consumers, and it also there's a lot of people that don't have the time, access, education, or there's language barriers to be able to choose safer products for their family. So at the end of the day, where I've spent the lion's share of my career is trying to pass pieces of laws and legislation that ultimately will remove these toxic chemicals from consumer products. And so my work started back in Minnesota, where I'm from, back in the Minnesota legislature, where we helped pass several pieces of landmark legislation. The first baby bottle, BPA and baby bottle ban back in 2009. But over the last 7 years in Beautycounter, we've passed 9 pieces of legislation, specifically looking at the beauty industry. So, for example, this last year in the state of California, we passed 2 laws that would help close that loophole that you referenced earlier that allows fragrances to be kept secret from consumers. We've helped protect salon workers and increase the access of information they have to which ingredients are in the products that they use in their salons and on their clients every single day. And we even helped pass some federal pieces of legislation, like the ban on microplastic beads in shower gels, for example, that happened several years ago. And so we're basically trying to work both at the state and the federal level to bring some kind of sanity to the beauty industry. And the big thing that we're doing, that we're spending the most of our time on, is updating that 1938 law that I referenced earlier. So we've been actively working over the last several years on that, and I'm feeling some good momentum going into this year.
I think
awesome. People really care. I think if you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
But once you find out, then you really kind of jump on board and care. And I just don't understand how there's not a warning label on some of these things. There's warning labels on alcohol and tobacco and bleach. Don't ingest. This could be bad for you. So I'm so excited that you're doing this and appreciative because I didn't even know.
So, Lindsay, how did you even get into this? How did you even start to think about this? You're a young woman, you're, coming up in your career. What even started you on this path?
So I was in Minnesota. I was working in the environmental nonprofit community. I was working on climate change. And then, usually happens when you're in your young 20s, I had an internship that ended. And I was looking the job market in Minneapolis, and I got hired for a nonprofit working specifically on public health around this issue around ingredients and products. And if I'm being honest, at first I was skeptical. I was like, you really mean to tell me my household dust has chemicals in it I should be concerned about? This sounds like hyperbole, crazy, alarmist kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then my whole, thing has always been, what does the science say? And I dove into the science, and there's really credible decades worth of science. And so I really, young in my career, had the opportunity to work with some really, really smart scientists that helped train me and others about how do you talk about this in a way that scientifically holds the integrity behind the science. And I was kind of shadowing people lobbying in the Minnesota legislature. And then eventually I was doing the lobbying myself. And then I was leading the lobbying campaigns. And before you know it, I was testifying and passing laws. So it was really a natural progression. I'm one of those people that worked my way up from the very bottom. I was doing lots of copies in the copy room, grunt work, all that kind of good stuff, while I watched everyone else do all the fun, neat stuff. And I'm really glad that I kind of took that trajectory for my career.
Yeah. How did that turn into Beauty Counter? How did that even, come to be?
Yeah, so I was in Washington, D.C. I was the deputy director for a national coalition working to pass federal laws on toxic chemicals called Safer Chemicals, Healthy Families. And I was lobbying and running a grassroots coalition at that time. And I got a phone call from Beauty Counter that they were looking to kind of put their money where their mouth is. And the company was really young. It was still in startup phase. It was only a year old. And the CEO, her name is Greg Renfrew, she said, you know what, I am looking for someone like you that has your skill set. And long story short, I moved to Los Angeles after being in Washington, D.C. for 5 years and started to, at the time for me was a test to see, can you do policy making, grassroots organizing? Can you do all of that from a company and have it be authentic and not have it be some big marketing stunt? Because that was my big thing. I wanted it to be real. And sure enough, the CEO was completely bought in because it was part of her vision. She just didn't know how to do it. And so we teamed up and the rest is history.
It's incredible. I love seeing your pictures of you lobbying. I think that that's the most
very cool.
It's so genuine. Just like what you said, it's so genuine, and so focused on that mission of what you're trying to do versus, we're out there, we're like, this is the new product. This is really great. You're more like, okay, the new products are going to come and that's all happening. But here's what we're doing behind the scenes to literally change your lives and to change the world. And here's what we're working on. And it's just so we're all so proud of you. To see a young woman doing that
is very awesome.
Is incredible.
So tell us about some of your favorite products.
Okay, yeah.
Because Jamie has all these products here.
I have it,
and I don't know any of them. So
you can tell us about some of your faves.
Yeah, I want to hear.
I'm pretty sure I have a lot of them.
Because I trust you, I do not trust Jamie.
She doesn't trust me. Every week I'm like, you got to get this Beauty Counter. You have to get a charcoal bar. And she's like, ugh, whatever. But she will trust.
Yes.
Okay. Well, should I do top 5 then?
Yeah,
do top 5.
Okay, number 1, I love our Dew Skin Tinted Moisturizer. It has SPF 20 in it.
I happen to have that right here from my previous order.
Perfect. It's amazing. It's a fantastic tinted moisturizer that gives you great coverage, and it uses non-nano zinc oxide, which helps protect the oceans. I love our lip gloss, which we recently relaunched with responsibly sourced vanilla. And what that means is that
I love a good lip gloss.
It's amazing. It's not sticky. It smells delicious. And we audited the vanilla supply chain. Vanilla is historically known for having a lot of human rights abuses for farm workers. And so we care about people. So we audited the supply chain and feel really good about this organic vanilla supplier. Our vitamin C serum is one of our top selling products that is EWG verified. EWG verified is a third-party seal of someone else that's saying, look, your ingredients, and it's the real deal. Plus, it works amazing.
How big was that? How big of a deal was that when it got certified? When you got that certification on this product, were you guys this is it? This is so great. To have a product that you've been working on for so long, have that certification is incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, we feel that way. We also know that our standards are so high that I don't say this to be smug or arrogant at all, but we were like, yeah.
You were like, what about all the other ones? Because did you check those out? Because you haven't seen that.
Yeah. We have a bunch of verified products, which is great. Another verified line is Countertime, which is our line for mature skin, which is amazing. It uses bakuchiol, which is an alternative, a natural alternative to retinol. And so that's a really popular line that I love. I love the Supreme Cream. It's a really think of your Pond's cold cream, nice and thick for winter and at night. And it really helps to reduce fine lines and wrinkles and help your skin just look its best.
How do you feel about the lip scrub, Lindsay?
Ooh.
I love a lip scrub. I feel like it's something I do with my nieces on the weekend. I don't actually have time to do.
What is a lip scrub?
I love this. It's a scrub. You rub it on your lips. It is like a moisturizing, and then you put this moisturizer over it. It's awesome for your lips, especially in the winter. I love it so much. And just like what Lindsay said before is I want to touch on this is that these products actually work. I can tell you how many times you're I'm going to try a natural deodorant. That'll be amazing. And you're 3 days in and you're natural deodorant is not for you. And everyone around you will tell you, natural deodorant is not for you, girlfriend. But when you use the products and they actually work, like, with the clean duos coming out and like all these different things, when you use products that actually work and you're like, wait a second, like this foundation actually is foundation. It's not this weird, like organic, like paste you're cooking up in the kitchen,
Right. Okay, I have a question for you. So, and just because I'm always looking at, beauty products that my 13-year-old is using because she has food allergies. Do you guys seem like you're pretty honest on all of the ingredients? Do you use like any nut products, and would you ever consider putting like allergy warnings like they do on food on beauty products?
Good question.
Yeah, that's a great product, or a great product. Great question. We have on our website a list of where we do use some nut oils because, as you know, oils that come from different types of nut trees can be good for the skin. So we have a specific dedicated page so people can find that information. We also have an ingredient glossary that we're in the process of kind of overhauling right now as we speak, where you can see every single ingredient in every product. So transparency is super important to us, both from a perspective like yours, where if you have allergies, you're trying to safely navigate. And yeah, eventually on product, I think would be great to say like this comes from this has a nut connection or any sort of allergen, because we test for several different allergens. So that's definitely the future of the direction. But in the meantime, we give people the transparency they deserve by being able to.
Well, I appreciate that, because I think you are the only cosmetic company or brand that I have found that actually takes allergens into consideration, like food allergens into consideration. And the fact that you are forthcoming and even have like a dedicated page to help navigate for all of us allergy people, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. It's important work, and it's something that our clients asked of us a few years ago, and so we've been focusing on.
So, Lindsay, tell us what is next for you, what you were working on, what the future is going to hold, and then leave us with a message of hope. What do you foresee for women in the beauty industry as we move forward?
Okay, so what's next is we're really focusing our effort at the federal level over the next year to try to pass legislation that makes sure ingredients are safe before they hit the marketplace. It's plain and simple, and it's what we need right now. The FDA can't do its job, and it's not because it's the FDA's fault. It's because Congress hasn't passed legislation that allows them to act. So that's where we're going to be spending our time. Very cool. And I think the thing I'm really hopeful about the future of the beauty industry for a few reasons. We've got a beauty industry that historically has put expectations on women that they shouldn't. We have a beauty industry that has historically been run by men. It is now shifting towards being run by more women. Okay. And we've got a beauty industry that has all these fun players, including Beauty Counter, that are now challenging the status quo. And if I look at our corporate headquarters, the majority of us that work there have no history in the beauty industry, including our CEO. And there's a reason we're willing to shake things up. And it's because we are not beholden to the industry. We have not worked for it. And we know that there's a way to create products that don't harm our bodies or the environment, and also don't put unrealistic expectations on men and women. So I'm incredibly hopeful. If you look at the trajectory of clean beauty, it is now outpacing conventional beauty 2 to 3x. And it shows that people care, because that's where people are putting their money. So I'm incredibly hopeful, because we've had so much success passing laws, and now we're seeing the market move, and those two together is what ultimately creates change.
Well, we love you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Such an inspiration, and I think it's so awesome that you are in the beginning of this, what really is like a movement that you and your team has pushed forward is incredible. And I can't wait to see you 10 years from now. And when you look back and you're like, this little startup that we had this idea, we're lobbying is going to be this huge movement where it is my hope, our hope, that people will look back and say, like, I can't even believe we use those conventional products. Like, how did that even exist? Like, in 1930, how is that a thing? And I think that you really are changing the world, and we are all watching you, and you are truly such an inspiration to us all. So thank you so much for all you do.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. It was really fun.
Thank you. And get some sleep.
Yeah, get some sleep with that new baby.
Thank you.
Bye, Lindsay. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was so interesting.
She's awesome.
Is this yours?
You can have that. No.
Can I have it?
That's brand new. Yes.
Yes.
Lindsay's favorite.
Okay, I smelled it when we were talking, and I was like, I kind of want to eat it.
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember? So when I was little, do you remember those chapsticks that smelled like Coke
cookie
or
dough.
cookie dough, right?
Yes.
I used to eat them. I'm not going to eat this.
Didn't you also, on another show we were talking about this, you also ate something weird.
Butter.
Like butter.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like that you're just like, you just eat it. Like your parents must have been like, what happened? Like,
What's wrong with her?
Don't let her smell anything.
No.
There is so many cool things. Like this charcoal bar is another really cool one.
What do you do with that?
It's a soap. And it detoxes like all like your armpits and your stuff. Like it just like detoxes your body. It's amazing.
Okay, I like it.
There's so many great things. These products are really awesome. So you're gonna have to try them and get into it because I'm telling you, you're gonna love it.
I want the lip scrub. I'm anxious about the lip scrub.
This is mine. I love it. So I ordered this back in December for Christmas. They had like a big sale, so I ordered it. I love it. You like rub it on. It's like a scrubby with exfoliant, and then you wipe it off, and then you add this moisturizer, and it's like awesome.
What?
I know.
I've never even heard. I've heard of like a face scrub, a foot scrub, a lip scrub.
Because you know how your lips get all chapped in winter?
Yes,
you're like
I was just
biting
thinking
them.
that.
It's like, and you never remember to put on lipstick. I mean, who remembers on a daily day to put on lipstick?
I don't.
No one. No, I never. Like, I come to the show and I'm like, okay, I need lipstick.
Now,
Great, but like I never remember. My lips are always so dry, and then I like pop it on. I'm like, yeah.
Ooh, okay, I'm interested.
So Lindsay's great. Loved her so much. Beauty Counter.
Carol's saying I need a flavored Beauty Counter jelly gloss.
Oh, the jelly! You would love those. They're like a jelly gloss duo, like a trio. They come in these little jellies. That's a hot.
Because see, I don't like lipstick.
You prefer like
I prefer like
a gloss or a gel.
Yeah.
The duos. You would love those.
Okay, Carol, hit me up.
Carol, and we're going to put a link. So if you guys want to check out the products or if you want to order stuff, we're going to put a link down below. And then we'll also put a link to Lindsay's top 5 favorite picks.
Ooh, love it.
Yes, Lindsay. She's a busy girl. Just had a baby, lobbying in Congress. Wouldn't it be cool to lobby in Congress? I'd like to go up to Congress and really tell them what I think.
Because I'm sure they would really listen.
I want to like get in my suit and go up there and be like, listen, Congress, let me tell you what I think.
Pantsuits are out, Jamie.
Yeah.
Pantsuits are out.
We should lobby for something. We should get up there and really tell them. We should, tell them what's going on.
They'd be like, you get 5 minutes, timer starts now.
We wouldn't get in the building, Kelly. They're not even letting us in. Kelly and I would be lobbying on the far side of the very far side of the Capitol.
Hey,
Maybe
you never know.
At the kebab shop. Or at the kebab on Washington Avenue. We are lobbying. We're not getting anywhere near the Capitol.
So okay, now I want to transition.
Okay.
Because this is a very annoying to me.
Pivot.
Okay, so my 13-year-old keeps using words that I don't understand.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So, she was talking about some YouTuber or some TikToker or whatever. And she was like, they got canceled. I'm like, what do you mean got canceled? Like, did they have a show and it got canceled? She's like, no, like, they're canceled. I was like, you can't cancel a person.
Well, like, yes, I guess you can. Like, they're done with them.
Right. So that's what that means. Canceled. I'm like,
we tried to cancel someone once on the show. We canceled someone.
The bully made, I don't know. So I don't understand that situation.
So the person got canceled.
Yeah. And I'm just like, who, when she says we canceled, I'm like, who is this collective we? Like, we as in, like, you and your friends have decided not to follow this person anymore? Yeah. She's like, no, like, we as, like, a generation. I'm like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
If you get canceled by an entire generation, that's a pretty big deal. Like, how bad would you feel if you're like, okay, the whole generation canceled me? Like, this entire generation really does not like me.
The other thing that's really annoying to me that I totally don't understand is these trigger warnings.
What is that?
Okay, so like when people post TikToks or Instagram, whatever, social media things, people are putting it's very important to this younger generation that you put trigger warnings because everything offends everybody now. Right? So like someone got in trouble and got canceled because they didn't put a trigger warning on their TikTok of them eating something.
Like like you're saying, like a trigger, like if you were.
This might make you upset.
Oh, I'm
like, wait, so I'm gonna have to put a trigger warning on everything? Like if I'm eating something, I'm like, ooh, isn't this good? Apparently you have to put a trigger warning on that because it might offend some people.
A trigger warning?
What?
Like, so that eating will trigger like something. Oh my God.
Like it offends people. I'm like, okay. Lighten up, everybody. Like, this is, like, you know when you watch, like, a TV show or whatever, it's, like, rated TV, whatever, like, and they post, like, sexual content, bad language, smoking, drugs, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
So, yeah, apparently everything you post now, you have to put, like, trigger warning.
Oh my, I've never in my life heard of that.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's the most dumbest, ridiculous thing.
We're going to have to trigger warning the whole show. Judah. We're gonna
trigger warning.
We're going to have to put one of those tickers on the bottom of the screen like the news. Trigger warning. I've never heard from that.
I mean, listen, I understand if you're posting like a graphic photo that might bother people, right? Or like hurt animals, that could really bother people, but like...
Yes, I think that is a little ridiculous.
I know. So you can't post anything without a warning now, apparently. FYI to all the old people out there watching.
Yeah, apparently. All right.
Yeah. Did you get the link I sent you of the funny things?
I did, but I don't have my phone, so you might have to read those. Can you read? You want to do those?
Yeah.
This is funny.
Why don't you do the dogs and the cats?
All right.
Why I pull that up.
That would be great. All right, Gina, let's do a dog.
The descriptions are funny.
Oh, boy. Here we go. So every week on our show, we feature animals from the SPCA, which is our local animal shelter. So we give you a top dog and a top cat. So we encourage you guys, if you are looking for a pet or if you are looking for a companion, to check out your local animal shelter or our local animal shelter at spca.org.
Love it.
All right, Judah, do we have the dog up? All right. So Juke is a 4-year-old mixed breed deaf dog. Juke is one of our long-stay dogs. He's a quirky guy, and his adopter will have to learn to speak his language, not just sign language. He's already pretty great at that. He's quite the comedian, and he's devilishly handsome.
It's so
hard
cute
to describe why he's not a fit for everyone, because there is nothing wrong with him. He just has a different vibe than your average dog. He will bond strongly with his handler and become a great companion for any dog-savvy person. Oh, Juke, what a cutie.
I know. I thought that one was cute.
I love this dog.
I do too.
And he's white with all those spots. I love him. He looks like the snow.
And think, if somebody brings the doorbell, he won't bark.
That is right. Our dogs were barking like crazy this morning. I have had it with our dogs. I'm like, do you need another home? Because clearly they don't like the food that we serve them. Did you see my post the other day?
Yes, your dog will only drink out of a glass?
He will only drink out of a glass. He refuses to drink out of a dog bowl. He will cry until you put a glass down that he can drink out of. I was like, this is just too much. I said to them the other day, I was like, I think that the two of you, it might be time for maybe you two go somewhere else. You don't like my food. You don't. The water isn't being served correctly. They sometimes in the morning they won't even go out because they're upstairs in bed. It's like having a teenager. I'm like, I can't take it. You can get a job and get your own dog food because mine is not good enough. They won't eat wet food. They won't eat dry food. They only want specific treats. I can't take it anymore. So I think Chloe and Bronx they're going to be the next feature next week. Chloe and Bronx, bougie, unreal. I'm telling you. All right. Judah, can we put up Amy, the closet cat? Please? All right. Amy, closet cat, looking for a closet of her own. Never heard of a closet cat? Closet cats are a rare subspecies of domestic cats that make excellent, if elusive, roommates. They're the #1 type of cat endorsed by interior designers to keep hair off your furniture, claws off your drapes, and teeth out of your blinds. If you have a closet, you can have a closet cat. Just because they're incognito doesn't mean they aren't friendly. The closet cat does not have a mean or destructive bone in her body. Once this tortie comes out of her shell, she's ready to be petted all the time. Unlike most cats, closet cats adore belly rubs. They come out for attention and snacks, and in exchange, they will make biscuits and purr. Once you need to resume your busy lifestyle, they are right back in the closet. I have never heard of a closet cat.
But I like it.
I might have to have a closet dog because I have a couple of closets at our house, and I think that I need to get on that train.
I need a closet husband. Adam, we're going to put you in the closet, a.k.a. the treehouse.
Yeah, everyone's just in the closet because I can't take it anymore. I need free reign of the house and everyone.
Closet children?
That is a trigger warning, Kelly. Trigger warning.
That's ridiculous. Okay, so I saw this funny thing. It's... people share the funniest contact names they have in their phones.
Yes. Okay, I love this.
Okay. So, #1. One of my identical twins has the other twin in his phone as spare parts.
That's funny.
That is funny, right? Okay.
That's funny.
I have my husband in my phone as probably Brad, since he's the only one who calls. If it rings, it's probably Brad. Oh, that was funny.
I love that.
In my daughter's phone, I'm listed as birth giver.
Nice.
Okay, like it. My kid has me listed as the feds.
Wow. All right. Kiddos.
Oh, I had my wife in my phone just as her first name. So she changed it when she was getting some old pictures off my phone a few months ago. It now says, love of my life, the magnificent, the best, the one and only.
I love that.
Could you imagine if, like, you know, when you're like on Bluetooth in the car, if you're driving, it's like, caller,
yeah,
love of my life, the magnificent, the best, the one and only. Like, it would take forever.
So funny story about changing someone's name. My aunt and uncle, okay,
right,
are the two like most ridiculous people. Fighting, they are just like over the top. They will fight it with each other in front of everyone. They have no filter. It's just like that's it for like, and they've been married for like 30 years.
I love it.
So my uncle, when they both got cell phones, I remember the first time. So they both got cell phones, and he changed his name in my aunt's phone to the letter A, Sergio, so that it would show up first.
I love that.
And so I was looking through and I was like, where's Sergio? And she goes, he's under A Sergio because he wanted to show up first. I was like, this is a 65-year-old man.
No, so listen to this one. So this one says, my husband has me in as Bay. I'm 65. Okay, what am I in on your phone? What's my number on?
I think you're just Kelly.
Oh.
Yeah, you're just Kelly. What am I in your phone as?
P.S. Craft.
Duh.
And Ryan, your husband, I have in as P.S. Ryan.
I think that's so funny. I remember, like, there are so many names. I remember I had my girl T. She was in there with my girl T.
I have weird names on my phone for you. Okay, this is the last one that I think we should do.
Okay.
I have this for my wife name in my phone. She loves me. She loves you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When I have my headphones in and she texts, I get an audio readout that relates to me, and then it says that because it's from the song.
He loves you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
I
funny.
know that song. Do you need me to sing it further?
I
Let me look up the
absolutely
lyrics.
do not.
Hold on. Let me look up the lyrics for
No,
this a
do
little
not do it, Jamie. People are now tuning off.
That's
I'm not kidding.
The Beatles. I'm a very good singer. I told you last week I've been using this app. It's called Star Maker, where I get to karaoke with myself.
Oh, yeah. That's the most ridiculous. Okay, who do we have on next week, Jamie?
Next week is the 1st. Is that correct? Next week is the 1st.
Is it?
No,
it's not.
Yes,
it is.
Jackie will be here. Jackie Siegel, the Queen of Versailles.
She was on Below Deck.
She was.
She was on some Real Housewife things.
Real Housewives. She has an amazing nonprofit called Victoria's Voice that is after her daughter Victoria.
I love that.
She's doing amazing stuff with her nonprofit. So we're going to hear all about that. We're going to hear what's happening with Versailles. What's happening with it? Is it finished? What's going on? It's the biggest house, biggest single-family residence in the country.
How many bedrooms? How do you decorate all that?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
What do you do with all this space?
I mean, that's probably a busy. Can you imagine how much furniture it would take to furnish that house?
That's what I'm saying. And how do you find anybody? You have to have intercom systems everywhere.
Yeah, you'd have to like know what wing you're at.
And I want to know how many staff she has.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to go. Maybe she'll allow me to come visit. And I'll just take a small part of the house. Just a tiny
She won't even notice you were in there.
She won't even know.
She wouldn't know.
Ugh, maybe that's where I should send my dogs. That would be perfect. Maybe I could send them
there.
to the Queen of Versailles. They'd fit in perfectly.
I love it. Well, good. I'm excited to talk to her.
Yes.
And hear about her organization.
So special thanks to our sponsors, Panera Bread.
Yes, delicious as always.
Check out their flatbread pizzas. I saw them advertising. You know,
yeah, they just came out with a new one, a 3 cheese. It is delicious.
Yeah, I love the commercial where it talks about the chef. You know, the guy who's like baking the pizza. What is his name? Like Sven or Chapped or whatever.
That's funny.
And it's so funny.
Did you see Panera's Valentine's Day video?
Your dad posted it.
It was hysterical.
It was hilarious.
So check
Good
that out.
marketing.
It's on the
Colonial
PR page.
Auto Center, the best place to get new and used vehicles. If you are looking to service your vehicle as well,
Yes.
check out Colonial Auto Center. They're doing stuff and they're hiring. So Colonial Auto Center is doing
if you need a
big
job.
hiring push. And you know, because we're a show about women, they're doing this big push to get more women into the automotive workforce.
Cool.
So whether it's sales or finance or service. So if you are in the market for a job, check out Colonial Auto Center. They're awesome. We love them so much.
I love it.
Picasso Swig. Check out picassoswig.com for all of your craft stuff. We're getting ready to go into Easter.
No, you make the best Easter baskets for my kids.
We're getting ready. The bunny's coming back.
I love it.
Bunny's coming back. We're going to do some Easter baskets. And hopefully when it gets warmer, we can start doing some birthday parties. Get
Outside.
back in, outside, outdoors, some crafts. People need to get crafty.
You saw on my Facebook page that my daughter
Yes.
has taught herself over during quarantine for the last year. She has taught herself to crochet.
I know. I can't believe it's been a year since we've been in quarantine.
Girl.
You know what's so wild is I'm seeing all these kids come into the store now, all these kids that have been virtual. And so they haven't had a lot of art, you know, like they've been doing, it's like they haven't been doing much art because they're home and they have like, what is it? It's like the breakout session or whatever it is where they can do art, but no one's going. And these kids are coming in and doing all these art and like they are holding up their projects and they are so proud. Like they are like, it is so amazing to see these kids coming back and like doing art again and being like proud of what they're creating. It's really such a beautiful.
I love that.
Art is really important. Art is important for kids.
I agree.
Get your kids doing art.
Hey moms, if you're out there watching, my little one who's 7 has been doing this thing called Out School.
Yeah.
And it has like all of these amazing classes. They're super cheap. Some of the classes are only like $6 a class. They have cheerleading, they have art, they have reading, they have math, they have craft classes, they have drawing classes, they have classes about American Girl if your kids are into that. Yeah. So I am going to post on our page a $20 off coupon. If you use this code, since I signed up, I can share the code, and then you get $20 off, so you can get like a free class.
I'd like to take a cheerleading class.
Rory's taking one, I think, tomorrow.
Oh, maybe I should join with Rory.
I'll let you know
Rory and
how
I
it
can
goes.
do it together. Tell Rory I'm going to be in her cheerleading class. She'll love that.
Yeah, you should jump on. That would be
Like
hysterical.
just be like, hey Rory, and like just be in my cheerleading outfit. Yeah. Hey Rory, can you see me?
Yeah.
Hey Rory. Like,
okay, I'll try to videotage some of it. It's gonna be fun.
That's
It's gonna be
awesome.
good.
Well, next week's gonna be great. We have a good show. We have lots of people coming up.
So many great
And
people.
then tonight we are gonna do. We're doing a little interview.
But it's not gonna be live.
It's not gonna be live. We're gonna do
So
a little
we're gonna
interview. We'll
tape
play it back. So we have lots of good guests coming up.
We have a ton.
Who else is coming up? We have
Hell's Kitchen.
Yep, Andy is coming on. Chef Andy from
Andy.
Hell's Kitchen is going to be amazing. Dana Cohen, she will be on
Yes.
too. She was an actual contestant on Hell's Kitchen. She's going to tell us all about that. I've always been fascinated.
Wait,
by
Andy's
Hell's Kitchen.
the Gordon Ramsay's sous chef, right?
Andy's the sous chef, so Andy was like, and then Dana was the one actually in the kitchen. So she was competing, and she got to the last round. She was amazing.
Sorry. That's good.
So I want to find out, what is the deal with the scallops? Why is it so hard for everyone to cook the scallops?
I don't know. I don't like scallops, so I don't care.
And what is the deal with risotto? That is like the downfall of every kitchen, every season. At Hell's Kitchen, scallops.
Hey, now you reminded me. Another show you guys should be watching. Hold on. Now I got to pull it up because I don't. it could be tricky if I say it wrong.
Oh, interesting.
So,
Trigger alert.
Trigger alert. Okay, hold on. Now,
Trigger alert.
It's about glass blowing.
I've actually seen that.
Okay, it's called Blown Away.
Yeah, Blown Away.
I mean,
It's a
you see,
documentary.
that could have been tricky if I got the name wrong there.
Yes.
So,
Trigger alert.
Blown Away.
Yeah, and that's a documentary about glass blowing, right?
It's amazing.
Yeah, I love it.
We watch it as a family.
Yes, awesome.
Yeah, so, okay, well, good.
All right,
well, I hope
guys.
you have a good week, Jamie.
Yes, you have the best week ever. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, keep changing our world.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share the show.
Like us on Instagram.
Yes, like us on Instagram, please, for the love of God. And we will see you back next week for an awesome new show. So thanks, guys. Have a great week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I really do love this.
Yeah.
I can't put it on because I already have a different color.
I'm going to have to lend you this.